The American Weekly Magazine series for 1931. Love Stories the Ancients Believed In was Edmund Dulac's most successful. It was the only series that inspired a book, Gods and Mortals in Love, containing 9 of the 11 originals. Dulac designed a beautiful Art Deco cover depicting a cupid and bow in black and silver ink. Perseus and Andromeda. Queen Cassiopeia was so beautiful that her husband dared to compare her to the sea nymphs. This made them so angry that they sent an enormous sea serpent to ravage the coast of his land. The oracles told the king that if he wanted to get rid of it, he must fasten his daughter, Andromeda, to a rock on the shore. This was done. But just as the monster was coming up to eat her, Perseus, the ancient Greek hero, flew along on the winged sandals of the god Mercury. He killed the creature, released Andromeda, and they were married. Not only did they live happily ever after, but when they died, they went to dwell with the immortals among the stars, where they can still be seen among the constellations. Pan and Syrinx. Pan was the god of the woods and the fields. He has goat's legs and horns. Among the chaste goddess Diana's maids who went hunting with her was a singularly attractive one named Syrinx. Pan saw and fell in love with her, but Syrinx fled from him and was changed by her friends, the water nymphs, into a cluster of reeds. Yet poor Syrinx couldn't help sighing for her lost body, and the goat-legged god, listening to that sighing, cut the reeds and made from them the famous pipes of Pan, whose name is still a synonym for music of a peculiar, wild sweetness. Their music could not help being sweet because it was the voice of Syrinx. So, although Pan lost her in her mortal state, he carried her spirit with him always in the pipes. Psyche and Eros. Eros, the son of the goddess Venus, fell in love with a mortal maid named Psyche. So the ancient Greeks and Romans believed. Venus did not approve of the romance, and set a number of traps for her unwelcome daughter-in-law. Psyche escaped them all, and at last Venus sent her down to Erebus, the Greek Hades, with a box for Proserpine, the goddess of the dead, to be filled up with beauty cosmetics. The entrance to Hades was guarded by a tremendous 3-headed dog called Cerberus, who was made even more unusual by snakes growing out of him. But Psyche procured some cakes which Cerberus liked. She tossed one each to 2 of the heads, and while the third was busy fighting for a piece, she slipped by safely. After all her trials, true love was rewarded, and she lived happily with Eros in the home of the gods. Circe and Ulysses. Ulysses, the ancient Greek hero, returning from the siege of Troy, landed upon the island of the enchantress Circe. She was the daughter of the sun, incomparably lovely, and amused herself by turning men into animals. She changed the shipmates of Ulysses into swine. But the god Mercury had given the hero a sprig of magic plant, which enabled him to escape her sorcery. Ulysses was just drawing his sword to slay Circe, when she begged for mercy, and turned all the swine back into men. Then, having fallen in love with Ulysses, she entertained him and his comrades for a whole year, everybody banqueting day by day. As Homer the Greek poet wrote, nobly on plenteous meats and delicate wines. But at last Ulysses got homesick. Circe very considerably let him go, and went back to her old zoological amusements. Orpheus and Eurydice. Orpheus was the son of the god Apollo and Calliope, the muse of music. His father taught him how to play the lute so well that nobody could withstand its charm. He married Eurydice, who, alas, died not long after. So Orpheus took his lute and went hunting for her down in the land of the shades. Even the ghosts shed tears as they listened to his music, and the stern heart of Pluto, the god of the dead, was softened. He agreed to let Eurydice follow Orpheus back to earth, but made a condition that the musician not turn to look at her until they had reached the upper air. Just as they reached the entrance to Hades, Orpheus turned, and Eurydice floated swiftly back to the underworld. Orpheus, despite all his musical art, could not get an encore with Pluto. Thereafter he despised all women and went around playing sad tunes until his disparaging lady admirers killed him, to put him and themselves out of their misery. This is the end of Love Stories the Ancients Believed In, Part 1.